this video, we're going to take a look at 5 genuine bebop licks for piano that you can use to solo over the famous Dizzy Gillespie composition, Night in Tunisia. It's Tobey here from Jazzmentl.com. Thanks for joining me for another one of my tutorials. The bebop licks that we're going to use are for the vamp section at the beginning of the tune. It's a 2-bar vamp from E flat 7 to D minor, and often pianists and other jazz musicians struggle to find appropriate lines and interesting things to play. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. Stick around because a little bit later I'm going to share the download link for the sheet music, which has all 5 of these genuine bebop licks. Let's start off by playing the solo that I recorded the other day over Night in Tunisia. And what we're going to do is just going into the vamp section, we're going to play just the solo over that section, just to kind of hear how bebop sounds and how it should sound when you use these licks. So we're going to end the solo right there. All I did was play the vamp section. It's this E flat 7 to D minor. And it's obviously swing like this. So the 5 licks that I'm about to share with you are for this section. All right, I've put the first one on your screen. Here's what it sounds like. One more time. The harmony behind this is as follows. The first part of it does this descending thirds line. So you're moving down in thirds. So starting obviously on this note to get to this note. That's just thirds. And it's based in E flat 7, sharp 11. So this is the actual sharp 11 note right here. Think of it like an F major chord over E flat 7. And it also covers D minor, but you really think about it like a sharp 11. And then what we're doing is we're heading to this destination note, or what we call a target note in bebop, and we're going to use these notes to target it. And these notes are part of the blues scale. So the D minor blues scale. If you take a look at that scale, it's this. So we're going from here, part of the blues scale. It's also chromatics. And then we're ending the phrase with the target note, which is the chord tone of D minor, and the ever popular bebop lick from which it gets its name, which is bebop, ending on the and of the beat. It just makes that bebop sound. So one more time. And that's a lick, obviously, that you can use in many places. Our second genuine bebop lick starts on the and of the beat, plays some chords over E flat 7 and D minor, and also uses some bebop phrases. So let's play it. One more time. This one starts with a half step below the target note, which is the 5th of E flat 7. And what it does here is just play the chord with that lovely sharp 11 on top. So it's just an E7 chord up to the sharp 11, and then it just comes down in half steps. So chromatic passing notes, and the target note again is the 3rd of this D minor 7 chord. And think of these 2 notes like an enclosure which surrounds the target note. If you've not heard of enclosures before, they're basically notes that surround whatever note that you're targeting. Let's start on that sharp 11. So you've got the notes above and then below, targeting that 3rd of D minor 7. And then just a D minor 7 chord, the 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th, ending in bebop, with that last note being the fifth of the chord. Bebop. One more time. Sounds much better faster. This is our third bebop lick. Notice the bass line which starts on the and of 4. That's what sometimes bass players do when they often anticipate the first beat of the bar by putting an eighth note in, like this. Things like that. Okay, let's play the lick. One more time. You'll notice that each time we do a new lick, we're adding a little bit more complexity. So let's start with this first section of this lick. We're starting with an F major chord, which is an E flat 7 sharp 11. Again, there's that sharp 11 chord. Now, if you think about these notes, the F major chord over E flat 7, those notes obviously represent D minor as well. And that's why they make good notes for an E flat 7 to D minor vamp. What it's doing is it's just coming down F major chord and then going up a blues scale again. So this is blues, a D minor blues scale, and then ending on D minor 7 scale. Pretty simple. Let's play it one more time. All right, this next bebop lick has a little bit more complexity. I wanted to just say that you can download these licks pretty soon. I'm going to put a link to grab the sheet music. So let's play this lick. One more time. Let's analyze it. First, you've got this pickup note, which is a chromatic passing note into the third of the chord. Think of the third of any chord at the beginning of the bar like a target note. And then it just goes up the E flat 7 chord. And then there's a turn, what we call a bebop turn at the top, which is a triplet or a bunch of 16th notes which turn to a specific destination note, which in this case is the E flat chord tone. You'll hear that a lot in bebop. It's also in Donnelly. Pretty common in bebop to have those turns. And then it just comes down the D minor chord here, and then does an enclosure like this. And then at the end, there's this 4-note enclosure leading to this note and bebop. The 4-note enclosure goes like this. And you'll hear that again a lot in bebop. That's what makes these licks quite genuine. Let's play it one more time. And then for our final bebop lick, you'll notice that bass line again starts on the and of 4, and here's the lick. And one more time. So how does this one work? Well, it's coming down chromatically, starting on this chord tone, which is the 5th of E flat 7. So just coming down the chromatic scale. Basically 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it just uses the scale, that D minor scale, or E flat 7 sharp 11. And then it comes down the D minor 7 chord. And then it does another D minor 7 chord here, the notes from D minor 7, but starts with a half step below. So that chromatic passing note. One more time. Let's listen to a little bit more of the solo. It's not just the vamp section, it's the entire form. And then right after, I'm going to post a link to the sheet music so that you can download all 5 of these bebop licks. Let's give it a listen. And then of course, it's just going to play the head out. It's a lot of fun to play. I hope you have fun with it. You probably noticed that I used quite a few genuine bebop licks throughout that solo. Obviously, it's improvising and I didn't use the licks that we exactly talked about today, but they're definitely very similar. Okay, let's put a link to the sheet music that we talked about today. It includes all 5 of those genuine bebop licks. It's absolutely free to download, so go and do that. And if you're looking for the entire transcription of the solo that I just played, including the transcription of the head section, the solo, and the outro, you can find a link to that sheet music right here. I'm also going to put a link on your screen to get it at a significant discount. Please check it out. Also, while you're here, hit the thumbs up button just below this video. It really helps us at the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments section below. And if you haven't been to our Saturday live streams yet, they happen at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time each and every Saturday morning. The last one we did was on Georgia on My Mind, made popular by the great Ray Charles. It's an interesting look at Georgia on My Mind, and there's an entire solo transcription to go along with that. And if you're up for it, here's a link to that video right here.